One of my favorite quotes is, if you're not growing, you're dying. How's it going, everyone? Reed Jimenez here, bringing you yet another video. Honestly, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this content for today. It's about something I'm super passionate about, and to be honest, it's something that I focus on literally every single day of my life. Now, one of my favorite quotes is, if you're not growing, you're dying. And Tony Robbins quotes this all the time. I'm a big Tony Robbins fan. And he always says, if you are not growing, you are dying. And honestly, it's something that I have ingrained in my identity to believe for myself and others around me. And the reason is because I think naturally as humans, we are put on this earth to continue to grow and to develop into something better every day. We're not just mammals who just procreate, eat, sleep. That's it. We have so much more that we're able to accomplish, and we see that, right? We've seen that in history, we've seen that in research and development and engineering, all this innovation that has happened throughout the world. We know that we are meant and designed for more than just simply living here on Earth, right? And if you didn't believe that, you probably wouldn't be watching this. So proof is in the pudding, right? So if you're not growing, you're not dying. Honestly, the reason I believe in this so much is because everything that I've pursued in my life has come from a source of not feeling like I was where I needed to be, not feeling good enough, right? Maybe feeling a little insecure, feeling that I was designed for more, feeling I was destined for more, feeling that I could pick up the slack that people left behind me, right? Whether it be family members, friends, coworkers, I don't know. But I felt like I was always in a position where I could do more and become a better version of myself. And so today I want to bring you guys 4 pillars that I focus on growth-wise that I think you should be focusing on to help enhance your life and develop it for something more. Pillar number 1, physical. Physical growth is super important. Column number 2, mental growth, right? Your mindset, your brain, are you learning, right? Third pillar, emotional. Emotional, growth is something that's challenging. It's not talked about a whole lot, and for those who do talk about it, they miss some other pieces that can help, encapsulate that emotional growth, right? So things like therapy, right? Things like understanding who you are and your identity, those sort of things. And the 4th pillar is the financial pillar, right? How is your money? How is your income? Are you in a lot of debt, right? Money's not everything, but it certainly is important, and it for sure can help facilitate all these other pillars around you in terms of your growth outcome. Pillar number 1, physical growth. Guys, you should be focusing on your physical health. I don't care who you are or what kind of state you're in or where you're starting or where you're coming from. If you have any kind of physical ailments, there's always something you can do to physically put yourself in a better position in terms of your health and your fitness, okay? Yes, this is coming from someone who has a deep fitness background. I know we talk about it all the time, but whether it's walking, running, yoga, Pilates, lifting weights, kickboxing, cycling, whatever, swimming, whatever it is, there is something that you can do physically to develop your physical strength. And to be honest with you, I think that the body is a reflection of the mind and vice versa, right? They come in tandem, right? People talk about the mind, body, spirit, right? Well, your mind and body are well integrated with each other. There is so much science backing that. And if you are physically fit and strong, it definitely helps with your mental state. And so taking some time out of your day to do some kind of physical activity, I think, is super important. I don't care if it's yoga, a little bit of stretching, do something to get your body moving. I promise you, coming from someone who is deeply ingrained into the fitness community, it is super helpful with anything that you could be going through, good, bad. I promise you, it's great for your body, it's great therapy, which leads me to my next thing, mental health. Mental health is talked about a lot these days, but I don't think people really understand how much the physical side of it needs to be in play, right? Most people talk about, okay, your mental state. Yes, your mental state is super important. I'm not going to discredit that at all. Your mental state is vastly important, but it starts with the physical. If you do not change your state, your environment, where you're at, how you're moving, it's going to be really hard to change your mental state. And so transitioning off that physical movement, I think your body, again, is a reflection of the mind and vice versa. And so once you start to get your physical body moving, you can start to focus on your mental capacity, okay? Mentally, I like to really focus on things that are going to help benefit me. So things like YouTube videos, a big thing, podcasts, right? What you're listening to, what you're reading, right? Are you reading the sources of stuff on the internet? Are you reading books, right? Are you reading blog posts, right? Things of that nature that are going to help you build a mental mindset that's going to be sharp, focused and growth minded, right? And it's important that you surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing. And so your mental growth, I think, is often underlooked by many people, but for people who are looking at it, they often neglect the physical side of it. And I think you need to be doing both, okay? Your physiology has a big play in what you're able to absorb, right? That's why they tell you in class, sit up straight, sit up tall, because you just are rectifying your body like that helps you pay attention more, right? Everybody knows this, versus if you're just head down asleep, right? You can't pay attention, right? And it's oversimplistic, but you get the idea. You got to get your physical fitness into check, and then in turn, get your mental state going, right? Start reading better things, start listening to better things, right? Surround yourself with people who are feeding positive things into your mind, all right? The 5 people you spend the most time around is a person that you are going to be as well, right? Birds of a feather flock together. And so you need to make sure that your environment is able to facilitate your growth mentally as well. Third thing that I like to focus on, right? We got our first pillar, physical, second pillar, mental. Third thing, emotionally, okay? So I am a big believer in you need to be looking back a little bit and understanding how your past affects your present self and how it's going to affect your future self, right? So I think everybody, I always tell everybody, I think there's 2 things that everybody needs to do one time in their life. Number 1, work with a personal trainer. And number 2, get with a therapist, right? And again, mental health is talked about a lot in today's world, and I think it is definitely important to at least have some kind of conversation with some kind of professional therapist, right? Someone who can look at you objectively, right, and not be biased, and I have a biased viewpoint from a friend or family member, and understand what you're going through and help you work through it and help you recompartmentalize some of the things that you've gone through and listened to. And this is someone who I've done it. I've gone through my fair share of therapy, right? Not that I was dealing with anything tragic, right, or depression or anxiety or anything like that, but I knew that I had things that I hadn't dealt with appropriately, and that if I didn't fix them today, they would affect me tomorrow. And I saw that dichotomy from, let's say, my parents and my family members, right? And I think we all have similar family or parents who have gone through things and haven't dealt with them, and it's affected them or even you today, right? And that's coming from someone who's been through that. So I think going through your own fair share of therapy with a professional is super important to understand how you are the person you are today and how you can navigate appropriately based on your identity and based on your habits and lifestyle to then fixate on a new target and a new goal so that you can become a better person tomorrow for not only yourself but the people around you. So go through that mental and emotional clarity you need to understand who you are so you can excel into the next thing. Last, financial. So physical, mental, emotional, financially. So financially, honestly, a lot of people talk about money. Some people don't like it at all. Some people hate it. Some people say money is the root of all evil. Personally, I'm someone who's highly motivated by money. I'm not saying I'm a materialistic person, but I'm saying that I have seen what happens when you do not have money and how it affects your life and the things you're able to do and not able to do and things you're able to fix or whatever it may be. And money is a tool, and I view it as that. And I think that there are a lot of things that money can fix. Is money everything? No. Can money buy happiness? No. But it can definitely solve a lot of issues. And a couple of things that I've noted, right? A gym membership, right? That costs money, right? Buying books, that costs money, right? Getting a therapist, that costs money, right? You need money as a tool to facilitate different things in your life. And so I think another pillar that's really important to focus on is financial, right? What is your financial life like right now, right? Are you making money? Do you have a job? Are you investing, right? Are you understanding financial literacy and how to maneuver against the market and things of that nature, right? There's so much to learn about the financial world, and even I can still learn every single day, but you need to be focusing on your financials. And a lot of people, I think, not only have expense problems, meaning they have too much debt, they're spending their money on the weekends too much, they're buying lavish things and shoes and clothes and the latest tech or whatever, but I also think on the other end of that, people have an income problem as well, right? You have to make a good income for yourself, not only for you, but the people around you and your family. And obviously some of you may or may not have family or may never want to have a family, but for the majority of us watching this, we have family around us. We have people who depend on us in some capacity. And so it's important to make that money not only for yourself, but for other people around you. And so I think financially, money is a valuable tool to help facilitate other things in your life. Again, all these pillars connect with one another, right? Your physical fitness, your mental health, your emotional health, and obviously financially, they all are intertwined in some way and they all connect with each other. And so for me, why I focus on all these 4 pillars is I took a step back years ago when I was 18, 19, kind of early into college, and I was going through a lot of change, and I figured out, okay, if I can maximize all 4 of these pillars, right, in my life at all times and try to focus on building different things, right, I know that this is the road to happiness, right? If I'm physically fit, if I've got good mental clarity, if I'm emotionally sound, and I've got money in my pocket, I'm going to be happy, right? I'm going to be able to attract everything else in my life because I've got these pillars set into life. Now, again, they're just pillars, right? I still got a whole building up top to support, but that's the idea, is that the pillars are support. Right, the support for the life that you want, the support for the life that you want to live. And I want to live a happy life, a fruitful life, right? And I have bigger goals past all this other stuff. But I understand if I can get through the habits and lifestyle of all these pillars and focus somewhere every day on growing one piece of it, I'm going to live a fulfilling life. And again, I'm not saying you have to be maxing at 100% on each pillar all the time. No, I'm saying you can do 10% here, 30% here, 10% here, 15% here. But if you're getting 1% better every day, it makes the world of a difference. 1% compounding over a year, that's a huge change, huge improvement, and you should be pursuing that. And so for me, something that I do every day, right? In terms of the physical fitness, hey, I try to work out at least every day, even if it's just a run, even if it's yoga, lifting weights. I do something to get my body moving. Even golfing. Golfing's a little bit of a workout, and I love golf. But something to get physically active, right? In terms of the mental, I'm reading every day. I take a little bit of time out of my day, 30 minutes to an hour, and I read non-fiction books, right? Anything that's going to help me learn and grow. On the emotional side, I journal just about every day, okay? Sometimes they're long, lengthy journals. Sometimes just short things like what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited for, some challenges I'm going through. I do something to help get my mental and emotional frame onto a piece of paper so I can help reorganize it and just get it out, which is super important, right? And on the 4th pillar, the financial side, well, I'm always trying to focus on working and building my business, and I'm always conscious about my spending day to day. Am I spending too much? Am I not investing enough in things I need to be investing in, right? Whatever it may be, there's obviously something every day that you can do in each category to help grow yourself. Now, how much you expand those is up to you, right? The effort is all in your control, but regardless, I think these 4 pillars are things that you have to be focusing on if you want to live a fulfilling life and grow every day and not die. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's a little bit longer of a video, but there's honestly so much benefit that comes to when you're focusing on these different pillars of growth. And these are things that I've manifested myself. It's part of my identity, things I'm focused on every single day, and you can too. And I promise you, you take the time, you build the habits, you build the lifestyle, right? You build the muscle, not physically, but mentally and emotionally. It'll get better every time, okay? So take some time, commit to one of these parts of growth every day, and I promise you, your life will be more fulfilling than it ever has been. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, hit subscribe down at the bottom. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and please share it with someone, all right? There's someone who needs to hear it. There's someone else who needs help out there. Share this, pass this video along, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.